Knock, 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 knock.
Who is it? Come on, come on in the house.
Oh, I think someone pooted in here.
I pooted.
I can smell it.
This week on the Homeschool Dad, the kids and I come up with a fun math game. We scratch that bird watching itch. I talk a little bit about parenting, and Ashley and I decide we're gonna have a date night. So typically when we practice numbers, we use these bowls and this whole thing of bears. Just copying what I'm saying. These things are awesome. I'll post a link.
These things are awesome. I post a link.
You're such a punk. Okay, zip it. I'll post a link on the video for these. Ashley got these.
I'll post a link on the video for these.
And they're perfect.
And they're perfect
for counting.
For counting.
I.e. like right now.
Right now.
All right, Daniel, tell me how many green bears are there?
4.
Good job. 4 bears. How many orange objects
2.
are there?
2.
Oh.
3. 1, 2, 3.
In the bowl. Good job, dude. But what we're gonna do today is we're actually gonna play a math game.
But what we're gonna do today after we're gonna play a math,
which I'll demonstrate now. Alright, the game is simple. All you need is a clothes basket of some kind and then some soft objects like stuffed animals or socks. And it'll help with counting. Oh my god. Alright, so we're gonna place the basket approximately here, which I believe is a pretty good distance. Now normally we don't allow the kids to actually stand up next to the sledge, but today they're gonna get the opportunity to throw stuffed animals over and try to make it into the basket. And then they get to count the total number that make it in and the total number that miss, and then we'll do like a little math game based off of that. Alright, so they have all of their stuffed animals collected. They're postured and ready to go. You gotta try to make it into the basket, and we'll count the ones you make versus the ones you don't make. Okay?
1, 2, 3.
Ah! Try another.
1, 2, 3.
Ah! 1! 2 in, and then let's count all the ones that you missed. So you have 2 in there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
This one.
8, 9, 10.
10. So you guys missed 10, and you only made 2. So we're gonna move the basket a little bit closer. All right, you guys got them?
Yeah.
To the top.
But maybe you still hold it on the back.
There we go. A little strategy. A homeschool strategy. A way to work it, boy.
I might have my phone.
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, that's 1. What's this long again? Nailed it. Daniel, you got it now. All right, dude. Look at that focus. All right, this is rubble. All right, here we go, Woody.
Maybe it was. The last one. Yeah!
All right, let's go count. How many do we got? Yeah, okay, so now we're gonna count all the bears that didn't make it in and the bears that made it in. How many are on the floor, Daniel? Let's count them. Count them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, and then how many are in the basket? So that's 6 plus.
This is 6.
Okay, so what's 6 plus 6?
7.
Oh, 1 by 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, you come here.
Do I count this one?
Yeah, you did. 6, 7.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So how many total?
12.
12 total. So 6 in, 6 out. That makes 12. Good job, bud. So we, like many people during this whole COVID-19 situation, have become avid bird watchers. So I'm gonna do a little project with the kids today, and we're gonna build a birdhouse using nothing but scrap wood. was organizing the garage yesterday and I realized I had all this scrap wood lying around. I figured, why not put it to use and build something cool with it? Now this I pulled from a previous project I had made. It's just 1/2 inch plywood. I would prefer to use the 3/4 inch plywood, but it's all I've got right now, so we'll make it work. Okay, so I have all the pieces that I need for the birdhouse. Now I just got to sand them down and then we'll construct them. And my plan is to construct it and the kids will paint it. I'll see if I can get Daniel to actually help me with a little bit of the construction, but I don't know, might be a little rough. All right, so I don't totally trust myself to actually be able to like hammer this in and hold it in place. I am gonna use a brad nailer initially, then I'll try to get the kids to actually nail a couple of the nails in once it's secure. But I'm gonna use this corner clamp. Brother-in-law McLean got this for me for Christmas, thanks McLean, to hold it in place. That way I can know that when I'm shooting in there, they're good to go. All right, so I actually decided to let him do a little bit of the nailing with the big gun. So he's got his eye protection on, and we are ready to go. Go ahead. Good job, dude. Does it scare you? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good job. You done? All right. That's it. Little birdhouse for the kids. We'll get them to paint it, and then we'll hang it up one of the trees for the birds. So. Okay, so we're just gonna let this dry, and then either tonight or tomorrow we'll go ahead and color paint it with some acrylic paint that we have. So yeah, it turned out pretty nice though. All right, so I want to talk a little bit about parenting. Now, there are countless books written on this one topic alone. Now, when we were about to be parents, I did what most people would do, and that's that I reached out to other parents I knew and asked for advice. And the most common answer that I received is that parenting is a balancing act. And for some reason that answer always bothered me a little bit because I think it's just a little unspecific. And I know why parents say it. They're referring more to what life is like on like a day-to-day basis. They're more referring to a balancing act as things like taking kids to school, cooking dinner, doing extracurricular activities like sports and stuff like that. And honestly, that's not exactly what I meant by the whole parenting thing. But what I was looking for was how to parent versus what specific tasks I needed to do as a parent. And I think parenting can be broken down into two basic categories like along a spectrum. And that spectrum is fun versus discipline. I always want to have fun with the kids, and I don't enjoy disciplining, although I know it's necessary. And this is the balance on how I think you're supposed to parent. I don't think you're constantly in the middle either. I don't think that's the kind of balance you're looking for. I almost feel like it's just a total back and forth. It reminds me of that scene from the 1994 film Blown Away. There's this character who has a bomb attached to him, and the trigger is this little ball. If that ball goes too far to either side, the bomb will go off. That's parenting. Too nice, you're blown away. Too much of a disciplinarian, you're blown away. And here's the deal. It's not like a middle of the road kind of balance, because like no one wants to be just stuck in the middle. To me, parenting is a pendulum. You don't want to stay in the center, and you don't want to be like balanced like a scale. You're just constantly back and forth. 1 minute you're moving to the left, trying to be the fun dad. The next minute you move to the right, trying to be the disciplinarian. And I think that's why parenting is just so incredibly exhausting. So if you're a new parent, that's my summary of what I think it takes to parent. It's a balance, but it's not like a scale balance. You gotta be in the center. It's a constant back and forth. So maybe you can save some money on going and buying a parenting book. All right, it is Friday night, and Ashley and I are having a COVID-19 in-house date night.
Doing our best.
Doing our best. We're making dinner. Kids are back in our bedroom, watching a movie.
It's pretty much like an average date night for us.
Kids are hanging out on the bed, watching. What are you watching?
I don't know.
They're watching Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. All right, you guys have fun. All right, Ashley is making, what do you call them?
I'm making a mocktail for us.
A mocktail.
Trying my best.
I've never had that, but. Cheers to date night.
Cheers to date night. Oh, those are yummy.
Those are good. Before we go any further, I want to quickly explain like the purpose of tonight. The purpose of the date night is to try to cook something that we've never made before. And Ashley and I would consider ourselves pretty good cooks.
Yeah.
Decent. But this is something we have never made before. And what are we making?
We're going to do Asian tonight. We're making pot stickers. We're going to do homemade wontons, mainly because we couldn't find any wrappers at the grocery store. And pad thai. Chicken. Pad thai. Well, we just make it all.
Okay. Oh, we're going to double the recipe on the pad thai. Hey, aren't you supposed to be watching the movie?
This is onions.
Well, no, those are
Hey, who
snacking
eats
on
onions?
green onions.
Who eats onions?
So spicy.
Yeah, because they're green onions. You little weirdo.
Dude, what are you doing
We
here?
don't have none. There's some noodles. I don't know where the noodles.
This is supposed to be our date night.
What are you guys making?
Food?
For who?
Just us.
We're making it for everybody. It's going to be noodles and these really yummy
Hey, Daddy, take this.
hot stickers.
Hey, Daddy, take this.
And then our kids come to date night and make fun of us.
That's right.
What?
And this will happen for the next
For the rest of our
15
lives.
years. So you asked, was it worth it? I mean, yeah, it was worth it. Cooking these always fun.
Chinese is a lot of, like, Asian food is a lot of work.
Italian all day, baby.
But it is good.
It's really good. Date night success, at least dinner-wise.
Good job, Charlotte. Good job, Charlotte.
Okay, last bit of the date night. We have movie selections. So we each picked 3 movies that we haven't seen.
I don't think I've seen.
I haven't seen
like
any of
partially
these.
seen one of mine.
Put them in a bowl, and we're gonna pick one, and that's what we're watching tonight.
All right.
Shuffle,
Who's
shuffle.
picking?
You, oh gosh,
Well, maybe that should be it.
you pick.
Scent of a Woman.
I've never seen it.
It's pretty good. I've like seen it like a million years ago.
Scent of a Woman it is
Better
tonight.
watch it.
Sean Paul Adams, for you.
You said you chose all romantic movies.
Yeah, what'd you choose?
Mine had a theme. Let's see if you can guess it if you read one of mine.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I can't.
Ooh.
Here's one of mine. So
Point
what do you-
Break, Keanu Reeves. Man of Tai Chi. Okay, hold on. Let's read our selections. My selection was 16 Candles. Never seen it. When Harry Met Sally. I've only seen like parts of it. And Scent of a Woman. I've never seen it.
I'm gonna be asleep in like 15 minutes.
With Scent of a Woman?
Yeah, it's okay. We have to do it though.
We have to. Is it boring?
It's slow.
Maybe we should watch Point Break. Should we just watch Point Break?
I mean,